Should give that thing some gas. Well, I like what we did there.
That was nice.
Yeah. Hey. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Got something to say?
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Yeah, we are gathered here today on the 30th of May. It is a Friday. It is 11:04. And y'all just played for 2.5 minutes. Well done.
Pretty long time.
We are live here today with Ryan Malicsi. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you. Thanks
Holding
for
his
having
signature guitar.
Reverend signature artist Ryan Malicsi.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Good.
Ryan.
I like what we
Will
did
we
there.
get past it?
Next
I think
time.
we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Ken with us today,
Yeah.
as always.
As always.
Yeah.
I've spilled coffee 3 minutes in.
Signature model.
Signature model.
Ryan, you play in a band?
I do. I play in a band called Hot Mulligan.
Hot Mulligan. Holy shit. I feel like I've known you guys like since the beginning, and that's pretty close.
That's just about true.
That's just about true.
Yeah, I think so. When did we?
So let's run through that real
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
So what's the official starting year of the band?
I think 2014.
Jesus, that can't be right.
15?
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. My first show was February 16, and that was 2 EPs in. So they were already a band. So it's been 10 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
You doing any 10th anniversary stuff?
Not for as a band, no.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Wow. I remember you guys. Hi, Kira. I know Kira's watching.
What's up, Kira?
I remember you guys had this merch guy named Clark, and he was like
we
a
did.
crazy nerdy dude.
That's our
And
boy.
for some reason, my crazy nerdy daughter was hanging out with him for a little while, and then she was like, I saw this band Hot Mulligan, and the one dude had a reverend, and they were super cool. And then I don't know, she put us together.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah.
I know Chris got a reverend because he saw he was a big fan of You Blew It.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There was very specifically, I think it was like they did some live session, like an audio tree or a little elephant or something. And,
Yeah.
And they were playing Charger P90s.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, those are so cool.
Yeah. You Blew It's great. I saw them at Hot Mulligan.
Hell of a band.
I hadn't seen them in a while. And then I also had this really funny memory of sometime before COVID. You guys were still Lansing, Michigan State guys.
Yeah, yeah.
He's still wearing green. He can't get it out of his system.
I can't stop.
And it's sad, really. And then I remember you guys coming down here, getting ready to go on tour and picking up some guitars or something. And I have a picture of you, me, and Chris sitting in our front office in like
On that
2018
bench,
or 2019 in our front office. And you were talking about sitting out on the next run because you had class stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And I started to try to talk you into dropping out of college. And then Penny, my partner and lovely wife, came running out of her office like, you can't tell them that.
And you know what? She was right. I got the degree, and so did Chris.
Yeah, and she was right. He got the degree. Yeah.
We both made it all the way through. So
7 years.
Look at us now.
Yeah, right.
Still playing guitar.
Yeah. Still playing in Hot Mulligan.
God willing.
Yeah, anything can be done. No, and I've told that story a couple times too, because I've had I work with a lot of young bands, and I've had bands that have started to like do stuff in college. Michaela from Hello Mary is a really good example. Like, and she was struggling with finishing school and playing in the band while all this stuff is happening for the band. That's a wild thing. It's a really cool accomplishment for you, not to be all old guy about it. So what year did you graduate?
I was out of there. I took a victory lap, so 2020. I was out of there.
Nice.
And then that led us like right into the pandemic, basically. So we got out of college and didn't have much to do other than we made an EP, and then came out the following year and just started touring and then didn't stop. So that was the last 4 years of our life.
And you toured on the EP and on which record? What's the recording history? Let's hear like every record and every EP.
Okay, well, starting from the beginning, what do we got? We got Fenton, first EP, Honest and Cunning, second EP, and then we have after those two EPs, we had like the lineup change where I'm now in the band. So we have Opportunities was 2016. I'm gonna get in trouble here because I should have looked on Spotify.
That's all right. They'll correct you in the comments.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone will 100%. For me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then starts the LPs. We got Pilot in 18, I believe, and then You'll Be Fine came out. That was a pandemic record. We were supposed to tour on that, and we canceled our headlining tour for it like twice. Thank God somehow it still became successful and people enjoyed it throughout, which was crazy because COVID killed so many projects. But we made it through that, and then You'll Be Fine, and most recent, Why Would I Watch? That's where we're at today.
And what's next?
More records? Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we make 1 million more, right?
When you joined the band, were you replacing somebody, or were you filling it out with another guitarist?
There was a guitar player.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was logistically, young Dan stuff.
And of course,
and stuff like that.
Yeah. And did you meet everybody at State then?
Yeah, I met Chris my first day of orientation at Michigan State. We were adjacent roommates in the suite next to me, and he was weird.
Did he still have the Uper accent at that point?
Still does.
Well, I know he does then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore my Uper hat just in honor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to pay respects.
Oh, you have to pay respects. Yeah. We've been talking to the band Charmer from Marquette.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my boys.
David?
Yep.
He's a cool dude. Yeah.
Great guy.
Something, I don't know. I did something on Instagram the other day and he messaged me like, hey, Ken, I like guitars. I'm like,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But then it turns out he has a house in Laurium, which is Calumet Laurium is where my family's from.
Oh, there you go. You have the connection.
I know. It's Upers, man. The Upers are like spreading their tendrils out all over the country. What the hell's going on? Like they were kind of tucked away up there for 100 years since the copper mining ended. And now all of a sudden they're back. I like it.
Now they're cooking.
I like what's going on there. Yeah, they're cooking more than meth. I made a Uper joke. Sorry, everybody. I know. I'll pay for that in the comments too, probably. That's all right. But obviously Tates and Chris are from UP. And I wanted to get to, because I teased this when I was talking about this yesterday, but we ended up doing a signature models with you guys because you guys had like some modifications that you wanted, that we were doing on the guitars for you, for the guitars that you guys were playing. We've talked about Chris's guitar on here with the kill switches and the rail hammer and the bridge and stuff. And with you, you put gold hardware on one of your guitars.
Such a modification.
I know, but it was cool though. And at the time we had never done gold hardware on anything. We didn't have the tuners, and we didn't have the sourcing for because we have a lot of custom parts on these guitars, like the neck plate and the input jack and of course the knobs with the dots on them. And these are things that we have made for us that we hadn't made in gold.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a gold trem from Wilkinson, and then you put it together. Right?
I Frankensteined it, yeah.
Yeah, you Frankensteined it for sure. And then of course Vern ushered in gold hardware too, because Vernon ushered in a lot of cool stuff from Floyd's and all of that good shit. So once we had the gold hardware available, then this was sort of like our plan was to do Chris's guitar in 24 and your guitar in 25. And then once we had the gold hardware and started talking to you about actually dialing this thing in, you came up with this beautiful custom color, which is gold sparkle over a white base coat, which is ridiculous and is exclusive to Ryan's guitar. And then we had started to do the backsprayed pickguards. And so all of these things kind of came together. It was kind of fun that you went with the reverse headstock too, because you guys looked amazing with your reverse headstocks up on stage.
You would not believe how long I agonized over that, over just the headstock. I was so worried I wasn't going to get used to it. And you know what? Sometimes I would tune it down, and then 2 shows later, I'm like, oh no, this is just how they should be forever. So
look at
Ryan.
Look at both of them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Both
You
of them
guys
are back there
disappointed?
shaking their heads. No, but 100%. You're playing guitar, right? The E string's a little up.
Yeah, sure. You do
Oh,
that
there
all
it
the
is.
time.
There
Sure,
it
you
is.
do that
There
all
they
the
are,
time.
right there.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. This conversation goes back and
It's a
forth.
point of contention.
This is how it should be. I
mean,
agree with you 100%.
The fact of the matter is, it looks, I can swear, it looks badass.
It does
And
look.
that's
Whoa.
it. That's all you need. Like, what's the function? Who cares?
No, it does
Tune
look badass, right? Because the offset waist guitar,
Whatever.
your eye is drawn to this angle
Yeah.
here, and then this angle matches it on the headstock. I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Ryan knows. Chris knows. Naylor knows. I know.
Fade her down, baby. We're out.
Yeah. Anywho, and then you also liked our mulberry mist color. And
Oh, yeah.
So we're rocking these beautiful brown back, roasted maple neck, gold hardware. I've been asked about the saddles on the gold hardware guitars. And the saddles, the Wilkinson saddles, one of the things that we like about them is the stainless steel saddles, and you can't put the gold plating on the stainless steel because it kind of screws it up. But I think the stainless, for a lot of different reasons, but contributes to the punchy tone, and of course it's resistant to my acidic sweat and Chris's acidic sweat.
Bad.
Real bad.
Bad.
Oh yeah, we've worked on this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we see it. So we got you guys going on these guitars, which is cool. But one thing that we don't do is we don't ship them in your tuning.
No, you don't.
We ship them in standard tuning to everybody else.
Unfortunate. It's fine.
I mean, it's up for debate. I would be willing, although my text would probably freak out if
Probably the
if we had
consumers would freak
if
out
we had
too.
to do it.
Yeah.
But the tuning. So if you guys watch the intro, this is my first foray into actually trying to play one of their guitars that are tuned to how Hot Mulligan tunes their stuff. And I know it's not like the most complicated thing in the world, but I've been playing guitar for 40 years and I've never tried this one. So
Yeah.
I dig it. So
It's
you
kinda
explain
out
it.
there.
Explain it to the people.
Okay, so it's basically just if anyone's familiar with emo music or the band American Football, it's just kind of that tuning. But Chris did a thing a few years ago where we were writing and he couldn't get the chord voicings he wanted, so he dropped the low string to a D. So we're in D, A, C, G, C, E, and yeah. It's a nice little open tuning. You get your major scale. That was kind of a major scale. But then all your root notes are down on the low ones, and you can get all these cool like suspended chords, or you get your majors or your minors. You can voice them with just a couple fingers, couple changes, a lot of open strings. But it leaves a lot of room for all the open fun. Little noodle guys, you know?
Yeah.
He gets it.
I mean, I think you guys sound fantastic when you're playing in unison and there's gain on the guitars and stuff. Because, I mean, this tuning also lends itself well to distortion. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Turn my reverb down a little bit back here, but
okay, we get to have fun. You're doing really good.
yeah.
It's funny. It's really fun to watch you try.
Wow.
So I'm gonna play a normal chord.
Yeah, I think
I have no idea what the hell
it does pretty. I think it's a interesting tuning because it does lend itself well to like anything you throw at it for the most part, as long as you can like play around it, because you can do all the open tuning stuff that feels really open, like. But when you kick it in, you can kind of just get away with sounding like you're in standard. Like, it's kind of dropped. You can do that for sure. Just pretty easy. You got it. It's that easy.
There.
First metalcore band in open tuning. Let's do it. We're starting it right now.
Yeah. So what do you call it?
The tuning. Post emo tuning.
It's the G is the thing that really makes it interesting, I think. The open C on the D string.
Yeah.
Because you're throwing a minor 7 on the low 3 strings. The major's right there. Chris is watching and making fun of me right now.
Yeah, you have now thought about it harder than we've ever had. we go,
yeah, and
this one sounds good.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it does. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah. But it is cool. I like that you can kind of modify it to like you have kind of some minor chords in there. Or you can have like overtly major chords.
Yeah.
Or you can just kind of leave somewhere in the middle.
That's really cool. I'm totally leaving this guitar like this.
Please do. It'd be a shame if you didn't.
No, you're right. It would be. It would be a shame. When you guys do the, because I got to admit, I went to Hot Mulligan this year, and
it was.
I had a blast. The bands, you guys did a really good job putting that festival together.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, it like everybody that played was amazing, and we had so many friends there, but I'm going to call you out on it. I got to admit, I was a little disappointed that you guys are like busting out an acoustic set in the middle of your show. What the fuck is that about, dude?
You know what, man?
It's when you go get a beer, Ken.
Yeah, I know it is. It's when
you can go have a smoke break. You
yeah.
Go use the bathroom if you want. Like,
I mean, obviously the girls liked it, you know, because no, actually, it sounded good. Do you keep the acoustics in that tuning as well? Because it sounded pretty fat.
Yeah, I have a couple, and I usually keep one in this tuning, or if not this, then like a variation where like maybe it's not dropped all the way down to D, but I still find my voice.
You've been doing this for so long. When you go to standard, do you sit there and be like, "What the hell's happening?"
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. You feel like I do when I'm playing this.
Yeah. I walked in and I was like, we have to do it in this tuning, otherwise I can't play guitar. I just I play like in another band sometimes for fun, and we do like half step down normal standard, and all I can muster is like inverted power chords. I'm like, cool, this sounds heavy, sweet. I know like 2 Van Halen riffs, kind of.
Nice.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What brought on the acoustic part of your set? Is that something you guys only do when you're headlining? Or is it starting to work in? Yeah.
If we're headlining, because I mean we have a couple acoustic EPs out now that we've done like rearrangements of songs that have already been out, And it was really just like a fun, like when we're making a full length, it'll be like, oh, we have like an extra couple days where like all we have to do is like percussion and some harmonies. Like, why don't we just try to do some acoustic songs? And we made it so far as to get, a couple little 7 inches under the belt. That feels good.
Oh, it did sound good. I just pick on people that play acoustic guitars because it's my job.
Yeah.
Can you hook me up with the dude in Tiger Straw?
I'm sure I could. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never seen them before.
They're fantastic.
They're fantastic.
That band's unbelievable.
That's great.
Yeah, I was super into it.
Yeah.
And then we're actually talking to I met the guys in Harrison Gordon because they'd been through here, but that was the first show that I saw them play at. Right. And we're booking them to come into the Circle R Studios here within the next month or so. I know they're emailing with Seth right now. I'm excited to have them in. Bam, rocks.
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip.
But we could talk about how many good bands are in your scene all day, but I don't even know where to go from there.
Yeah, you just gotta capture.
I mean, who's
them
up
all.
in what? Well, so you're in your off time. You're recording. You built a studio.
Yeah.
And are you like recording and producing bands that you guys have worked with, or what? Or did you just build that studio for your own purposes, for you guys to do stuff in?
Well,
a little bit of both.
So I guess to be fair, I did not build a studio. It was already up, but I did. Yeah, I started freelancing out of there, and not a whole lot of. I kind of at first intended it to be like, oh, we can have like a home base here. We can practice here if we need to. And that never really came to fruition. So I was like, well, I got the space, and like just started recording my friends' like local bands, and now here we are. That's what I do in my off time now is I record bands. And
anybody we know, anything you want to plug that you've done in there?
Yeah, I mean, I got it's all mostly Michigan bands. We're all doing pretty good. It's a great time. We got bands like Potion Cellar, Forest Green, Church Bus. It's all like the local crew that swings around to shows over there, and I love doing it, and they play good music, and it's fun to do.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Question time. What's going on?
We're taking questions.
Yeah, we're taking questions. We're doing this. That's why we do it live.
Screw it. We're
so
doing
we can put you on the spot. I only put you on the spot once.
Blast me.
Okay, well, here we go. Michael McInlay wants to know if signature guitars are signed by the artists.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Kinda.
Kind of.
I'm sure you can see that really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's coming in really clear.
Hit the zoom in. Thank you.
You want me to zoom in on it?
No, it's okay.
We get here. You want to actually know how the signature comes to fruition?
Please.
So did you know how Naylor had you sign a piece of paper like 7 times?
Right.
And then he digitally takes all 7 of your signatures and makes one that he can read out of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
And then he sends it to me.
And then he sends it to Jeff, and Jeff sort of details it in, and then we send it to Mir, and they make a screen of it. So it's not really a decal. It's more like a T-shirt.
It's like a screen print.
It's like a screen print.
Nice.
It's how all the stuff on the headstocks is done, and that's how we put the signatures on. Unfortunately, we're not in a position where we can call these guys in. Like, hey, Ryan, we got another 12 of your guitars, and can you fly home from the UK and sign them all real quick?
What if I could?
He could sign the ones that
You
are
did that
here now.
did you do that at Bees?
It wasn't at Bees. It was in Livonia.
Okay.
Rock City.
Rock City.
Yeah.
Cool shop. I went in there, and I felt so bad. I like saw that there was a guitar within X amount of miles of me, and I was like, I have to go see it like in person. So I drove over there, and I walked in, and I like wasn't thinking, just rocked up and like grabbed it, and they were like, you cannot touch that. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Can I please? It's
me.
Yeah. And we had like such a weird moment. I was like, I'm so sorry. That was rude, but it was really cool. And then I did sign that one, and I don't know if they sold it yet or not, but go buy something from that shop. Yeah. Huh?
It's a second now because
I mean it's kind of B stock. I wouldn't mind if they knocked the price down a little bit. It's defaced, but
so there you go, Michael.
Yeah.
JJ chimed in and said she's planning on seeing y'all June 4th in New York City.
Perfect.
So
love that.
Get ready for that.
And, JJ told me to say hi, by the way.
Hi,
talked to her
JJ.
this morning. Yeah.
Gabe Gerwin says color refresh coming. Notice some older ones are going away.
Ooh, that must be a question for me.
Yeah, what the heck?
Ryan can answer.
Yeah. We'll both answer.
I'll guess.
You go first.
Probably.
Pretty good answer.
Yeah.
They're speaking of Bees music, there's a rumor that by the end of the year there might be some custom color Hot Mulligan guitars. But it's just a rumor at this point. We're pretty far
I heard
away.
about that too at the water cooler. People were talking about it.
Yeah,
you
they
guys
were.
heard about
Yeah, totally. So I don't know. We'll keep our eyes out for that. That'll be a while. But as far as the production stuff is concerned, hold on, because
Hold on to your butts.
hold on to your butts. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming all year long, and then next year is gonna be amazing. We're excited, real excited.
Real busy.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I don't even know what I'm excited for. I am.
Yeah. Oh, I'll show you. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
Is that a threat?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll show you.
I'm kind of
buddy.
confused now.
Yeah.
Came here to have a good time.
Yeah.
You'll have fun and you'll like it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I was able to really get him on the show today is because we had to fix his guitars after the TSA fucked him up. Thank you, TSA.
You guys
for
always do a great
keeping
job.
our shop busy.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
So onward. Alexi asks, how did Free Throw like playing Ryan's signatures at Slammy? They usually don't use reverends.
That is a deep cut. Yeah, that's.
I like where this is going.
We need
That's
them
awesome.
to be using reverends anyway.
Yeah. So speaking of, airline disasters, Jake from Free Throw just never got his guitars when they went to the UK.
Perfect.
They actually never left the US. So he made it all the way there and was like, well, I don't have anything to play. So he did, in fact, rip the Mulberry Mist, and he told me he liked it. So,
Did he rip it in your tuning, or did he?
we play in very similar tunings.
Okay,
So
all right.
it was, I think it
impressive.
wasn't too far from home. A common review I get from people that aren't used to playing this guitar is that they're not sure what to do with an extra pickup in the middle, to which I say grow up and just play through it.
I struggle with it too. I just
Of
hate
course
it
you
too
do.
much. I hate
Yeah.
it too
Well,
much.
you know,
It's just like
What
the
do you mean,
reverse
of course
headstock
you
thing.
do?
Just grow up and go with
grow
it.
up
Yeah,
and play
right.
it. I don't know
It's-
what to tell you. Oh, but I hit the middle pickup. Hit the strings.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
I don't want to be that careful.
Yeah, well, no. If you look at my first one, the Black Jet Stream I picked up in 2017 or something. That middle pickup is just the plastic's gone because from
that's
learning
great.
how to get around it, but it's
you-
never really bugged me. So
Do you lower the middle pickup at all?
no.
No, I mean some people do.
I'd
Some
bury it.
people lower the middle pickup a little bit because you still positions 2 and 4 aren't affected that much
Right, you still
volume
get
wise,
yeah.
and a lot of, like, I hate to say the word, but a lot of Strat players out there really don't use the middle pickup by itself very often.
Right. Well, I love that position on this.
I
guitar.
do too on
Yeah.
this guitar. Yeah, with P90s, the middle pickup alone really does a best of both worlds thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And for some reason with the Strat, you get the super bright bridge and you get that thick neck, like, Jeff Beck thing, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
looking for that. Do you know who Jeff Beck is?
I do know who you're
Wow,
talking
that's awesome, because this has been an ongoing conversation lately. But the middle pickup is kind of lost in a
Yeah,
Strat. Like, it's not like it does a best of both world things like it does on the P90.
right.
Like the P90, you still have that mid-range punch,
Yeah.
And
And it has because you get the in between positions. Obviously, you get the spanky thing or the little hollow tone. Like, it sounds really cool. I love that. Like, position 4 is every clean tone ever. Love it.
and
that-
on your guitars, we do the bridge neck thing.
Yeah.
So there's a push pull on the middle control. And do you use that? You use that as well?
I do use
that?
it. It's really self-indulgent to ask for another pickup option on it.
No, it's
truly.
There's 7 total.
Yeah,
No, but I mean,
there's too
that's
many.
The bridge neck is the traditional,
But it's
split.
great. I
It's
mean, I
the-
love
yeah.
it's it just feels so open, and I don't know. I love it. And then it kind of supplements the rest of the in-between. You get it all. But that middle alone can get really I don't know, it's spanky almost, but not in the out of phase way, but good attack to it. I like it for leads and really pokey, attacky stuff.
Yeah.
All the time. More so a studio thing, though. I'll use the middle, or I'll use the live. I like this because you can just smack it down when you're done. Instead of going, I always find myself when I find like fourth position, I'm like, need a little adjust.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I like how many options there are, and like there's almost endless voicings as long as you're cool with the P90s, which you should be.
100%.
Again, grow up.
Yeah. Oh, they're noisy. Yeah, and
they're just simple. I mean, I get it. They are noisy.
Just don't stop playing.
Yeah, either don't stop playing, get a noise gate if you really want, or just like turn around. Like it's really okay, I think. I've used it through a cranked Marshall on records and on stage, and it's fine. It's really okay.
Yeah, I love Matt West's tone with the Bridge P90. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about it. And the noise does come through with the Kemper stuff. So you guys use Kemper rigs.
Yeah, right.
And you have been for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, you can still hear the hum through the Kemper rig, but you do have that noise gate option to slam it shut.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't use like an aggressive gate or anything, just enough where like, you know, if I touch the neck, it's going to turn back on. Like it's not super, like it doesn't clamp down really hard, but I truly have not found it to be like that bad of a problem at all. Like just, use your volume knob.
You guys are doing some club dates coming up, which is going to be pretty wild.
That's going to be awesome.
Are you going to bring amps to those? Or are you going to run
no, we're gonna use our usual rig because that's to get up. We got some hitters in there. We're going out to Bonnaroo, so it's like
okay.
We're gonna have main rig and then just hope to God that like the crowd doesn't topple it.
Well, yeah, and you got to hope that some of the smaller clubs got enough monitor to get that stuff out front.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be.
But it doesn't really. It doesn't matter.
No,
like that's those.
You guys sound great no matter what. I mean, it's fine. When we had them play our NAMM party last year, and the people at the NAMM show made them use stage amps.
Yeah,
and you guys hadn't done it in a while.
Years.
And it was actually kind of fun to watch.
It was
kind of fun to watch you guys get through the first song and get used to it and turn around and keep turning everything
up. Not having ears, yeah.
And then and then the crowd. It was a hotel lobby. Yeah. If anybody was there, it was epic.
It's fun.
That was That's
so fucking fun.
That's a core memory, man.
It was fantastic. Awesome. I'll never forget that stage manager just losing his shit.
Oh, he was so upset with me.
Oh, he was.
I watched you ignore him for.
Yeah, he kept trying to tap your shoulder. Like, can you tell the crowd to calm down? And every time he touched you, you were like,
"Get the fuck off me!" Because what are you doing, dude? I'm so sorry that you hired us to be here. Like, what do you?
Oh, no,
it's what we do. It's what we do.
My proudest moment as proudest moment as the CEO of this company was sitting there at the Hilton lobby watching everybody go nuts. Oh, 100%. That was amazing.
Yeah. Second proudest hiring Jeff.
Second only to hiring Jeff. Of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys want to take some more?
Give me them.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, Darrell's chiming in. He says, this is a two-parter. First half is for Ryan. Have you written any new stuff through this guitar that you haven't been able to before?
Not specifically, but that's kind of intentional. Like I didn't, when we were going back and forth about the design of it, I didn't want it to be like a whole new thing, which I guess is kind of boring, but I felt I felt very comfortable with what I was playing and where I was at. And it kind of like the Jetstream was like an extension at some point. Like every other guitar didn't really feel right. And then I would pick that up and it's like, yeah, this is what I play. This is like, it's my guitar. So this is just my guitar again, but awesome. It looks sweet and it has another option. And so it hasn't inspired me in any like weird different ways, but I do like having more options and exploring them and like using them as inspiration.
Great answer.
Thanks. I'm doing my best here.
That was a banger.
Now, Ken, you're part of this one.
Okay.
Any new colors for the Aersonic W? He thinks that a mulberry mist burst with a roasted maple neck would be rad.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I like it when you have short answers.
I can't answer that because of the upcoming major disruption that we're about to cause in the entire guitar world 2026. May or may not include something Aersonic like, may or may not be in a similar color.
Cut his mic, John. Cut his mic.
Yeah.
I got some questions now.
Eric Plays Bass says, Ryan, thank you for adding more beautiful sparkle finishes to the Reverend lineup.
You got
Always
it, man.
need more. Also, when might we be getting a short scale dual single JBase thing?
Wow.
Get the hard hitters today.
That's a hard question. I'm gonna go ahead and say if that's gonna happen, look for it in 27 because we're gonna be adding some changes to the bass format. We have some ideas and stuff. Although that wasn't one of them, I do like where you're going with that, and I'll file that away. We're super busy with other stuff right now, but bass players, don't give up on us because it's coming. What else you got, Bod?
David Melbourne wants to know, was meeting love interests your motivation for learning guitar?
I'm sorry?
Was meeting love interests your motivation for learning guitar?
It just doesn't work like that, man. unless you're John Mayer, man. It doesn't work like that. No, absolutely not.
All right. There you go. What about you, Ken? Maybe it works the other way around, you know?
Yeah, I my experience is that I usually see the backs of women as they're running away. So
That tracks.
Yeah, I know, 100%. I think I played guitar because the compulsion was so strong I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, I was and still am wildly unpopular. So yeah. No, I just wanted to play punk rock, man. I went and saw a punk rock show, and that was the end of it. I just wanted to do that. I wanted to be a part of that energy, man.
Yeah, I don't even remember why I wanted to play. I was like 5 years old when I started playing guitar, and I just don't even remember. I just know I was like, "Can I have a guitar?" And my parents were like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, no, I really want a guitar.
Yeah. And
then I did start playing guitar. I don't really know where that. Like, I didn't even listen to rock music yet. I was 5 years old. So.
And did you stick with it the whole time?
I was on and off like through my childhood, but I was always playing music. Like I was in like school bands and played other instruments and stuff like that. So
what other instruments do you play other than guitar? That's a good question.
Well, these days, nothing very well. But I played wind instruments in high school. I played like clarinet and I was in drumline. I played like every drum in drumline. I can't really make my way around a drum kit anymore, but
yeah,
give me a little bit and maybe. I played bass a lot on Hot Mulligan's last record. Between me and Chris, we split a lot of the bass up, and that was something I really, really love doing. Love writing a bass part.
Yeah. Do you play the bass in standard tuning?
Actually, yes, we did, and now Jonah's gone and made his own tuning. So
really,
yeah, like I wrote all the parts in standard, and they're like they make sense and have like you get your pentatonic boxes and you know where all the notes are. And Jonah was like DA, and it works for him. I don't know. He plays really well, and I can't wrap my head around it. But shout out my boy.
It's Jonah's world.
Dude,
Happy birthday, Jonah.
Yeah.
Is it Jonah's birthday?
It was his birthday. Yeah, yesterday.
Happy birthday, Jonah.
We love you.
You know what we should do for Jonah? We should get him a reverse headstock bass.
We should probably get him one of those.
That'd be awesome. How mad would he be trying to tune that?
He'll be fine. How often you got to tune a bass? Come on. Let's be real.
True.
Let's be real.
Hey, yeah. Oh, I got to file that away. That's fun. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Chris Van Sickle wants to know if there's any news about the stolen shipment.
Thanks for asking, Chris. No, there's no news about the stolen shipment, and I'll take a moment to talk about that. Thankfully, it wasn't an entire shipment that was stolen. Somebody broke into a container that was working its way across the country and stole 36 guitars and 180 pickups. And the pickups were probably in a couple of very heavy boxes, which is a very unusual thing to steal.
Oh, God. But the truck was still there? Like the
container, yeah. They just cut the bolts and went into the container.
Son of a gun.
And I'm certain it's a crime of opportunity because the containers aren't marked in any way that shows what's inside of them. I mean, there could have been pillowcases in it or whatever. I mean, who knows? Plastic garbage cans, who knows, or car parts, more than likely coming into this area. So somebody just busted it open and it was definitely rifled through.
Yeah.
So there were open boxes and loose guitars in there. And then when the truck driver went to pick it up and bring it to us from the rail yard, he noticed that the locks were gone. and called it in. So it happened more than likely somewhere between Long Beach and Detroit. But
It's a long stretch.
So, yeah, it's
Really
most
have-
of the country. Really,
really have no idea where. I doubt it happened when it was actually on the rail, because
Right.
they're hard to get into. So I'm sure it happened in the yard somewhere. And yeah, I mean, it's super unfortunate. And if anybody sees anything, the guitars don't have serial numbers on them because we apply the serial numbers here with the paint pen. And there were two of the 9 guitars. So there were 9 different guitars, 4 of each stolen. 2 of those 9 are guitars that we haven't released yet, which is going to make them unusual out there in the world.
Yeah.
But also a Reverend guitar without the serial number written in paint pen on the back of the headstock is also kind of a weird red flag.
Yeah, that had.
You know,
it's not
so I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of it, but everybody's got their ears to the ground. And of course, we let all of the our dealer network and all the guitar centers, and we've put the word out there to everyone. And everybody who shared the post, thank you very much. And if you would like to share the post, you can find it on our Instagram or any of the Reverend social spots. Thank you. Thanks for asking, Chris.
Brownie Steeler chimes in and says, I got the Jetstream 390 last year because of you, Ryan. What a band.
Aw. Dude, thank you so much. That's
Yeah.
so
Thank
cool.
you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that makes me feel really good.
Chris Miles, we touched on this a little bit, but I suppose you could touch on it again, Ryan.
Sure.
Who inspired you guys to play in FACG GCE, and why do you gravitate to DAC GCE now?
So as far as
A lot of
like
letters.
who got us to play in that tuning, it's really like it's kind of just a product of like every band of a certain era, like a lot of the emo scene, especially when we were like writing our first couple or like first record. It's like that's what they play in, and Chris was already writing songs in it, like pre me. And I think we just found that that's like the sound that we like and we gravitate towards. And as far as like dropping the F down to D, it was really just when you're an F, I won't even roll my volume up for this, but your chords are limited to like you have this little shape here, and then you can go up to the 1 chord, and that's what you get. But when you drop it down, you have a little more opportunity to like you can go down a half step from your 4. You can go open.
I like that.
And it also opens up a couple more spots to like noodle and riff around a little bit in the middle of a chord progression. So if you want to hit a spot that's there's a box up here that we go to a lot where you have all your notes up there, but if you're trying to play a chord progression around it, you're gonna have to hop a lot. But here you get a lot of your chords kind of move up the neck, so you can move your riffs up with the chord progression. Yeah, so you can just kind of climb it all up.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. It's a world of opportunity in that tuning until you want to change keys. But that's what we got capos for. Love them or hate them. Don't care.
Yeah, if you don't like capos, grow up, is what you're saying.
That was I didn't even
No
know.
life lessons today.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing. I got to NAMM with you guys, and some guys just started chirping me about the capos, and I'm like, well, we rip, so.
I remember seeing you blew it in Toledo one time, and guitar player put a capo on the 3rd, and he was actually shiesty towards everyone else about the capo. To the audience, he's like, "This is called a capo," and we were like, "We know."
Yeah.
Put it on, man. Keep playing. So we all learned something that day.
Yeah.
That's some
Capos
shinfo
are
right
fine.
there. Yeah. Brownie Steeler wants Hot Mulligan to come through Thailand. You got a lot of fans in Southeast Asia.
Oh, dude, I would love. That's like a dream trip. I would love to do that. I need to go to the Philippines.
Gotta do that first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chaz Hodge asks, how's it feel to have a signature series guitar of your own? And also, did you try that hot sauce?
I did try the hot sauce. It was really good. It feels crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm very happy about it, very proud of it. But it's not really something that I ever like I imagine and saw for myself, but it's kind of, now that it's reality, it's like, oh, well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Hot Mulligan and Michael Herrick chimed in with a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Last question on the list that we have for the moment. One, Nathan Marshall is wondering how Lenny is doing.
Lenny Lou Guitar Cat is doing fine. Throw her a follow. Lenny Lou merch is coming soon.
Merch.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, what?
Need that.
Yeah, I know.
Need that
Yeah.
expeditiously.
Yeah, she does. She likes cats. Thanks for tuning in, Nathan Marshall. Hey, why don't we go get something to eat or something? Hang out while we get those guitars of yours cleaned up after the TSA destroyed them. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Amazing. I'll start with what I have coming up, because what I have coming up is nowhere near as exciting as all the shit that you have coming up. But Jay Navarro and the Traders are playing in Sylvania, Ohio.
There we go.
This Sunday afternoon at 3:00 at Olander Park.
Sunlight
It's one
gig.
of those weird come see old ska goth guys during the day and count the lines on their faces.
Sounds awesome.
Because I don't know. We don't get out in the sunlight very often.
No.
So
We can tell.
yeah, we're more of a late night club band than we are a family fun time band. But we're gonna do it, and
Why
it's
wouldn't
gonna
you?
be fun.
Why wouldn't you?
And then next week we have the Illuminati Hotties in the studio doing a Circle Art session. I'm really excited about that.
Pretty sweet.
And then in a couple of weeks we're going to have Reeves Gabrels with the band formerly known as the Doomdogs in here doing a session.
Pretty sweet.
And that would be on June 20th. He'll be my guest on this here show, which is I'm really excited because Reeves hasn't been here since we built this room. So I'm
Big
super
news.
fired
Reeves
up.
hasn't been here in at least 6 years, because since I've been here, he hasn't been here.
Are you serious?
Did you not?
I feel like he came through when I was here.
No.
He's
Well,
actually avoiding you, Jeff.
Oh, there he is.
don't
There
want
he
to-
is,
In Funko form.
hanging out with Watt.
When do you think I get one of those?
A Funko?
You don't have one yet?
No, I mean, like, I got the guitar. I figure I'm, like, pretty famous by now.
Sure.
So
We could customize one for you.
Yeah.
We'll ask
put
We'll
in
get you in
word
touch
for
with
me.
the Funko Pop folks.
That'd be great. Have your
Yeah.
people call my people.
Yeah.
We'll get it going.
We're not weird.
Ryan, what do you have coming up?
Whole lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah, we're about to go do the Underplay Club Tour, and that's to get out to Bonnaroo. So we're playing at Bonnaroo. We're playing at Let's Go Fest. We come home for a little bit and then enjoy a summer at home and get back out there. We're hitting the UK and Europe with Pierce the Veil this fall. So I'm really excited for that. And then beyond that, I don't know.
Awesome. Well, shit, man. Thanks for being here.
Dude, thanks for
It
having
was
me.
great. I'm just going to play that thing that I played earlier because
Yeah, why don't you?
I'm still lost.
Go ahead.
But the next
Figure
time
it
you
out.
come in, I'm going to have this shit mastered.
Yeah, you're
The
going to
next
write a
time.
Hot Mulligan record.
Oh, I'm totally.
And then I don't have to do my job anymore.
But there's Gordon.
I'll keep the theme. I'll go middle pickup for you.
On the count of three, we're going to rock. Ready? 1, 2, 3.